I'm going to try my best not to lose my cool in this video, but I give you no guarantees. I want to give credit where credit is due, because I made some sports videos last year and I mentioned when LeBron won his asterisk championship and said, you know, it's always going to be a stigma on his career until he wins the real deal in a season that's not work stoppage shortened. What left can you say about the guy? If what happened wasn't a legit championship last night, then I don't know what is. I can tell you right now, I got nothing but respect for the guy. Do I think he's made some douchebag decisions in the past? Well, fuck yeah. But I got nothing but respect for the guy now. And if you hate him, then you just hate a good baller. That's all there is to it. Alright, if you're from Cleveland and you hate the fact that he left your team to go on to another team and win championships and get money there, I can understand your hate. I'm not going to sit here and tell you you have no right to hate on him. If you're going to dwell on 3 years ago and be like, oh, remember when he made that announcement how he's taking his talents to South Beach and he made that hour-long special? Move on. Move on. What is there to hate about him? As far as superstars go, I don't see that he's knocking up 10 different women. I don't hear about him beating his wife. I don't hear about him not paying child support or any of the usual shit. I don't hear him gangbanging. I mean, as far as off the court stuff goes, the guy is pretty flawless as far as I'm concerned. So anyway, nothing but respect for LeBron James. And this Heat team is honestly what I feel the best team in the league this year and in the playoffs. Now, might not have been absolutely the best team in the playoffs, but as far as the collective of the postseason and regular season combined, it's hard to say that, oh no, this team didn't deserve to win the championship. Deserve to win the championship. Deserve to win the championship. My mind keeps dwelling on that. The Heat players, they busted their asses and they got themselves a championship. Very, very hard-fought series in both the conference finals with the Indiana Pacers going into this series with San Antonio. Holy shit. Two really good 7-game series. Now, like I said, my mind keeps going back to this thought of deserve a championship. And I can't help but keep thinking about that Game 6 conclusion where the Miami fans left the game. Left. Not all of them. More of them would have left the stadium, it's just they didn't get outside the doors before they passed the point of no return and couldn't come back in. I like that some of the news reporters showed the people, like, slamming on the door saying, I paid good money to get those seats in there and they won't let me back in. Cunt, you shouldn't have left. If you're such a true loyal fan, you wouldn't have left. And that brings me to the thing that just... I can't stand bandwagoning. I can't stand bandwagoning. I can't stand front running. I can't stand when privileged, entitled fucks clog up games, clog up the seats in stadiums so the quote-unquote real fans can't even get in. And that's what you got in Miami. You have a plastic town that doesn't give a fuck about sports. Yeah, there's some loyal fans that have been following their shit since day one and can actually name the players on the court. I guarantee you, if you asked half the people in the stadium last night in American Airlines Arena, you couldn't find half the people in the stadium could name the starting 5 of the Miami Heat. I guarantee you that. Bunch of plastic, just... beach dwellers. They'd be like, oh, it's hip and trendy, this is the hottest ticket in town, I gotta go. Fuck you. Fuck you. And that whole notion of deserve a championship. Does that fan base in Miami deserve a championship? Fuck no! And now they got back-to-back championships. This town of Miami is laughed at by the community. You I'm talking to the real Miami fans, the bandwagon fans. I don't give a fuck what you have to say. You don't matter. But you actual legit Miami fans, how do you feel that this bandwagon clog in your town just drags you all down? I would be embarrassed to root for a team in a town that's known as the mecca of bandwagoning. Holy shit. It's just unreal. Get up and leave. Game 6 in an elimination game in the finals? The fuck is... The fucking... Shit still pisses me off. To know how much that would be appreciated in a real town that appreciates sports. And then we got another championship in Miami. 5 championships in Miami, and just since 97 when the Marlins won, and they won another championship, and the Heat won in 2006, and then the last 2 seasons. Hip hip hooray! They really know how to appreciate their sports there in Miami. Good for them. Their fans don't stick around till the end of the game, but they're all supportive of them. Fucking cunts. I'm sorry. I'm bitter as fuck. Bitter as fuck. That's the only way you can explain it. Yeah, I'm mad. I'm bitter. And I feel for a town like Cleveland. Like, I have no vested interest. San Antonio wasn't my team. I got some things to say about San Antonio in a second. We'll get to them in a second here. I have no vested interest in these teams. This wasn't my team being defeated. I'm not being a sore loser. I'm a fan of sport and competition. I love the competitive nature of the NBA. I love that game. I love watching it, even when it's not even my teams involved. So, to know that a town like Cleveland had their superstar, their super Christ, whatever you want to call him, King James, just up and left and took his talents to South Beach, one of the most fair-weather sports towns in the country. Excuse me, the most fair-weather sports town in the country. Just up and went there, and now Cleveland has to sit there and watch LeBron make the finals in the first year and lose to the Mavericks, make the finals the second year and win against OKC, and now make the finals this year and win against San Antonio. So they've seen him win 2 championships, make it to the final 3 times total since he up and left and took his talents to South Beach. I'm sorry, I feel for a town like Cleveland. I hate all the teams from Cleveland, but I feel for them as a sports town. Because I know at least those fans there can name the players on the court. Shit. Ask half the people in American Airlines Arena tonight, and half of them wouldn't be able to name the starting 5 of the Heat. Jesus Christ. But then again, life just isn't fair now, is it? Doesn't mean I'm not going to sit here and express my grief or suffering, for lack of a better term, and my bitterness, whatever you want to label me as. I don't give a shit. I'm just someone that knows and understands what a real sports town is feeling right now, and how much they're laughing at Miami. Like, those fans don't know how to appreciate this. Yes, there's some hardcore fans down there that do, but for the most part, it's just a plastic town. They went to the games because it's hip and trendy. It's the hottest ticket in town. We gotta go. We gotta spend $5,000 on a floor seat, but we're gonna get up and leave with 26 seconds left. Fucking cunts. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm sorry. I feel for every single legitimate sports town that knows how to appreciate a championship. Like, the teams I hate, like Green Bay, the Packers, when they won the Super Bowl behind Aaron Rodgers, you didn't hear me saying, those fucking fans in Green Bay, they don't deserve this. Hell no. They love their fucking football up there. I used to live up in Wisconsin. I know damn well that they love them some football up there. Those are fans that know and get it. There's a lot of towns like that, and Miami isn't one of them. Miami is a vacation 365 days of the year. I don't want to follow a sports team. I want to sit on the beach. I want to say, like I did in my previous video, I want to go to clubs and I want to bang hot Latin chicks. I don't care about sports if I'm in Miami. And the fact that the titles are being won. 2 by their professional baseball team, and now 3 by their NBA team just since 1997. Oh my goodness. But then again, life isn't fair now, is it? boy. Yeah, I know. I am one bitter fuck over what happened last night. I'm also a little pissed at San Antonio because not only, okay, now the fans of the Heat, they don't deserve to see this championship. They barely have enough fans to care to pack the stadium. Hell, they finished third in attendance this year, behind the Mavericks, a team that didn't even make the playoffs, and they had more paying customers than the Heat did. What does that tell you? The Bulls finished with #1, and their star didn't even play. Rose didn't play a single game this year. Anyway, whole different topic. The San Antonio Spurs. You let your fans down. You all did. More some than others, and we'll get to two specific culprits here in a second. But you let your fans down. That Game 6 was wrapped up. There was no reason that game should have even went to overtime. I mean, my God. Chris Bosh gets that rebound. No one fouls him. Lets him kick it out to Ray Allen. They cashes that prayer 3. By the way, LeBron James clanked the first shot. People keep forgetting to mention that. Act like King James was just so superior. He clanged off 2 very crucial threes. One that was kicked back to him, and then he ends up getting the 3. The one was clanked off him, kicked to Bosh, kicked over to Allen, and then he hits that 3 with 5 seconds left. Ray Allen does. San Antonio, you had the title. You had the title, and I guess you handed the title to Ginobili, and he was like, guys, we got the title. Oh, I just threw it to LeBron. Now LeBron's got it. Unbelievable. I mean, you let your fans down in so many ways. From Popovich to the players, they all let their fans down. And Danny Green. This guy's shooting, what was it, 60, 70+% three-pointers in the first 3 games? How many did you get last night when it mattered? 1. One thing about Ray Allen's 3 in Game 6, and the second I saw that go in, I said, that just made every single three-pointer that Danny Green made completely irrelevant in this series. You know why? Because Ray Allen made that when it absolutely fucking mattered. I mean, it was nice. It was nice to see Danny Green make all those three-pointers in that, what was it, the Game 3, the blowout. I mean, that was nice and all. It's good. It was like the skills competition at the NBA All-Star break. When it mattered last night, how many did you get again? Let's do a little refresher. Does everyone know at home? Was everyone paying attention? 1. He's got the record for most threes in finals history, and he's going to be irrelevant. Irrelevant. He got on a hot streak, but when it mattered, he was cold as ice. Manu Ginobili. You do know the team that has the word Heat on the front of their jersey? They don't play on the same team as you. You play on the Spurs. I don't know if you knew that. Because you kept passing the ball to the guys that had the word Heat on their jersey. I don't know what the fuck happened to Manu Ginobili. He showed up for 1 game. And he was actually one of the biggest reasons why they won, what was it, Game 5? Yeah. And every other game, it seems he had like 5 to 10 turnovers. When it's in the finals and you got to put shit on lockdown, you can't have room for error like that. And it's like he just made no adjustments. He just kept being the San Antonio turnover machine. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Had that title wrapped up. Then you missed a key free throw in the end of the game. In that Game 6. And then we all know your pass to try to go to Tim Duncan that just landed perfectly in LeBron's hands. And then in Game 7. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That and even Duncan. How far was that layup away tonight? 2 feet? Like, I feel bad. Like, because I feel bad because the real fans in San Antonio, which there's a lot of real fans in San Antonio, unlike Miami, which is mostly bandwagon assholes. They got a title ripped away from them, and not only that, but they got their legacy ripped away from them. Because I'm sorry, and just to keep it real here, the legacy of the Spurs is going to be that team that lost in the finals to LeBron James in 2013. Those 4 titles they won, I mean, they beat Orlando with Howard and no one else on the team pretty much. I don't mean to disrespect the team, but anyways, beat Cleveland, swept them, beat the Knicks in a strike-shortened season. Anyway, the point being is, there's a reason why the Spurs are so relevant, and why there are 4 title wins from 99 to, what was it, 2005 was their last one? Anyway, there's a reason why they're irrelevant, and why they're labeled as the boring team. And it's just, the interest just isn't there for whatever reason. And they had a chance to validate themselves, to just be like, you guys want to treat us as irrelevant? We're going to show you how fucking irrelevant we are. We're going to take King James and shut him down. We're going to humble the king. And they didn't do it. So now their legacy is that irrelevant team that had the championships no one really remembers. And they're also that team that lost to LeBron James and the Miami Heat in the 2013 NBA Finals. And the Spurs have no one to blame but themselves for that. They had everything Miami done countered. They knew what to do. They had a good game plan. But when it came to the execution, when it really mattered, they fucked up. They fucked up royally. And that Game 6, I could just imagine. I would still be sick if I was a fan of the Spurs. I saw a lot of Spurs fan, like, Eat That Pussy 445. I watch his videos. He rightfully gave up. He's a longtime Spurs fan. He rightfully gave up after that 6th game. I was like, I can understand. I would have pretty much given up too. Like, I mean, he was holding on to hope, as I would have held on to hope too, but the writing was on the wall. When you lose a game that's that pivotal, and you have the trophy in your hand, like I said, they gave the trophy to Ginobili and he just threw it right to James. Oh, unbelievable. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm passionate about sports, and when I see shit like this go down, when I see a fan base get rewarded that frankly just doesn't deserve to be rewarded, yeah, no knocking the Heat team. The Heat team absolutely deserved what they got. They were the better team. San Antonio was the worst team. San Antonio was the more choking team. I'm just passionate about this shit, and I want to make a video like this to relate to anyone that is a real, true sports fan, that is going to do more than follow a team before a superstar comes over 3 years ago and takes his talents to South Beach, or finally goes to a game because it's the hip ticket in town. Unbelievable. Jesus Christ. But, as I've said several times in this video, life isn't fair. And I just love sports and competition. And when I see shit like that go down last night, just want to talk about it. Just kind of clears my head. It's cathartic to make a video like this and make it long and drawn out, though. However you're gonna be, stop talking about sports, Archfiend. Even though I read the title, I know this is about sports. I'm still watching the video, and I'm gonna hate you for it. So be it. You're free to hate me as much as I'm free to hate the Heat bandwagon fans that don't even care to stick around the end of one of the greatest games of all time. Fucking cunts. Anyway, have a great day, guys. Except for the bandwagon Heat fans, I wish you no great day. May it rain on the South Beach every single day you go out for a tan. Anytime those bandwagon fans are on the beach, I hope a gray cloud follows each one of them singularly and just rains on them the whole day. I'm bitter, yeah. I gotta go. I gotta go work on not being so bitter today. I'll make another video a little later today that's not going to be about sports, so everyone sit tight for that. And remember, turtles don't do drugs, but if Turtles were Spurs fans, they'd be high as a kite right now. Take care, guys.